Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's easy level puzzle. And take that easiness with a grain of salt because it's considered easy by the people on the Logic Masters Germany forum, and there's a lot of really smart people there. Today's puzzle is called Multiple Killer by It's Vara. And the rules are in Chinese, but unfortunately, I can't read Chinese, or at least I can't read it fluently. So we're gonna do the English rules here. Anyways, here are the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, which means place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row, column, and box. The sum of the numbers in the killer boxes is equal, or killer cages, is equal to 2, 3, or 4 times the number in the upper left corner. And the killer boxes in each 3x3 box meet just one of the requirements. So therefore, that is one of the killer. So in every 3x3 box, there are 3 cages. One of them is 2 times the value in the upper left corner. One cage is 3 times the value in the upper right corner, or the upper left corner. And one is 4 times the value of the upper left corner. And only one cage satisfies each of those constraints. So again, one in every box, in every 3x3 box, there is one cage that sums up to, the digits sum up to 2 times the value in the upper left corner. There's one cage that the digits sum up to 3 times the value in the upper left corner. And there's one cage that have the digits sum up to 4 times the sum, the number in the upper left corner. The sum of the numbers separated by an x equals. So basically, let's look at it as an example. Let's say we have box 1. Well, in this box, one of them is equal to 2 times the value, and let's say that it's the 4. So therefore, this would have to add up to 8 if this cage adds up to 2 times the value. There's one that's 3 times the value, and let's say that's 6. So that would be 18 that these 3 digits add up to. And then there's also one cage that adds whose digits add up to 4 times the value in the number in the left corner. So therefore, this would be these 2 digits would have to add up to 12 if that's the case. And that's an example of how this would work. The sum of numbers separated by x equals 10, and not all x's are given. So basically, just these separate 2 values that must equal 10 if you sum up the digits, right? So if this were a 3, this would have to be a 7 to add up to 10 for those 2 digits. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay. We know if you have a value that is equal to 0.5 in the cage, it must be either multiplied by 2 or by 4. So in the lower left box, or box 7, we know 8.5 must be multiplied by 2 or 4. The 2.5 must be multiplied by 2 or 4. Therefore, the one that's multiplied by 3 must be 15. Or must be 5, which is 15 then. Now, if you multiply 8.5 by 4, that is 34. And you can never have 3 unique digits add up to 34. So therefore, 8.5 must be multiplied by 2. So we're going to make 2 green, 3 pink, and 4 orange. So we know this is 2 times the value in the upper left corner, which is 8.5. So that's 17. So therefore, these two digits must add up to 12 because we have a 5 here, and 17 minus 5 is 12. Therefore, it's either 39 or it's 48. This 2.5 must be multiplied by 4. So basically, that would equal 12 also. So again, it must be 39 or 48 because 57 is not allowed because we have a 5 already in the box. Which means the rest of the cells, because we have a 3948 quad in box 7, that means the rest of the box cannot contain 3, 4, 8, or 9. So therefore, what are the digits that add up to 15? It would have to be 6, 7, and then 2, because those are the only ones remaining that add up to 15. So therefore, this must be 2, 6, 7, which forces this to be 1. Okay. In addition, we know... Okay, so can this 3 ever be 2 times? No. Can it ever be... Because if it's 2 times 3, you would have 4 digits equaling 6. 4 digits that would add up to a value of 6, which is not possible. And then similarly, it can't be 3 times the value, right? Because if you would have 3 times 3, which would be 9, and you would have 4 digits, unique digits, adding up to a 9 in value, which is not possible also. Therefore, this must be the 4, which is the orange. One of these is 3, and one of these must be 2. So this must add up to 12, because it's 3 times 4. Therefore, we know there's a 1 in it, and there has to be a 2, right? Because it's either 1, 2, 3, 6, or 1, 2, 4, 5 to add for 4 digits to add to 12. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, but 1 cannot be here. 2 is also here. So this cannot be 4 times. It could be 3 times or 2 times, which is either 6 or 9. So this is 6 or 9. Well, actually, we know all of these cages combined have to add up to 45, right? This adds up to 12, and these 5 must add up to then 45 minus 12, which is 33. If this is 3 times 2, this would have to be 9 times 3, which is 27, which does work. However, if this is 3 times 3, this would have to be 9 times 2, which is 18. So we have 18 plus 9, which would be 27, which doesn't add up with 12 to be 45. So therefore, it cannot be 3 times 3 plus 9 times 2. Therefore, it has to be 3 times 2, so this is the green, and then 9 times 3, which is the pink. So this is 27 plus 6, which does add up to, with 12, to 45, right? Because 27 plus 6 is 33, plus 12 is 45. And this can no longer be 1, 2, 3, and 6. So 3 and 6 are removed. This makes this 1, 2, 4, 5, which forces this to be 3, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So we know 1 has to be in one of these 3 cells, because 1 can be here and 1 can be here. Therefore, 1 can never be in columns 2 or column 3 in the rest of the columns. Therefore, it must be in column 1 for box 1. Similarly, 2 in box 7 has to be in columns 2 or 3. And 2 in box 4 has to be in columns 2 or 3, which means there's 2 2s in columns 2 and 3, which means that the rest of the cells in the column cannot contain a 2, which means this also must contain a 2. So this is 1 and 2 with some other number. What does 1 and 2 add up to? What's the most that 1 and 2 can add up to with another digit? It would be 12, which is 1, 2, and 9, which is exactly 2 times 6. And remember, the cages have to be 2 times, 3 times, or 4 times. And since 2 times is the minimum, and 1, 2, and 9 is the maximum for this amount, this has to be 2 times the value, which means this is also blue. And this must be 1, 2, and 9. And since this is 1, 2, and 9, there cannot be a 9 in the rest of the column. So this cannot be 3, 9, so it's 4, 8. This can't be 4, 8, so it's 3, 9. And this can't be 8 or 9, so it's 3 and 7. So this can't be 3 or 7. This has to be 8 or 9 because we have a 3, 7, 3, 7 pair in box 4. This can't be 9 because of this 3 and 9 pair, which means this can't be 9, so this is 8, which makes that a 9. Now this is the 2 times cage in box 1. If this is 3 times 3, it would have to be specifically 4 and 5, which is possible. If this is 4 times 4, this would be value of 16, which requires a 7 and 9 for 2 digits to add up to, right? But we know the 9 is here, so this cannot be 7 and 9. So therefore, this value cannot be 4 times the value of the number in the left corner. So this has to be 3 times, which means this is a pink. And this must be 4 times, which means this is 12. So this is 4 times 3, which is 12. It cannot be 3, 9. It cannot be, it could be 4, 8, or it could be 5, 7. We're not sure. And this is 3 times 4, so this is also 12. And it cannot be 3, 9, it cannot be 4, 8, so it must be specifically 5, 7, which eliminates 5, 7 from this possibility because we have a 5, 7, 5, 7 pair in box 1. So that makes this 4 and 8, which makes this a 9 and makes this a 3. So this can no longer be 4. We now have a 2, 5, 2, 5 pair in column 3, which eliminates 2 and 5 from the rest of the column. Therefore, this can't be 2. Whereas a 2 in box 7, it has to be here. This cannot be 2 or 5. So there's no 2 or 5. And we have that. So this is 2 or 5, which must add up with another digit to equal 10. 5 can never add up with another digit to add up to 10. So this must be 2 and 8. Using Sudoku rules. So this is 2 and 8. Let's see. In column 5, we have 8 digits which add up to 10. Therefore, the last digit must add up to 5. So this is 5. What else do we have here? Let's see. Okay, so this cannot be 2. We have a 7 cage, which multiplies with, could be 2, 3, or 4. The 2 cage can be multiplied by 2 or can be multiplied by 3, but not 4. Because if it's 2 and 4, that would equal 8. And we have an 8, which eliminates that possibility. So this is green or pink. We know that there's 8 in row 6 for box 6, because we have these two 8s. We know there's a 5 in one of these 3 cells, but 5 cannot be in the 2 cell, because 2 times 2 is 4 or 6. And again, this is 4 or 6. 5 has to be in the 7 cage. These two add up to 10. So, and it cannot be 3 and 7, because that would eliminate all possibilities for that cell. So therefore, this is either 1, 9, or it's 4, 6. Well, we have a 1, 4 here. One of these is 1 or 4. And one of these is 1 or 4. Therefore, we have 2 1s and 4s, 2 cells which require a 1 or 4 to be in it. Therefore, the rest of the row cannot contain 1 or 4 either. Therefore, this could be 3 and 7 or 6 and 9. And those are all the possibilities. This cannot be 4 and 6, because if this is 4 and 6, that eliminates all possibilities for that cell. Right? If this is 4 and 6, well, okay, no, never mind. No, that actually could be the case. Never mind. this could be 2 times, 3 times, or 4 times the value, and this could be 2 times, 3 times, or 4 times the value. So this is either, this could be any of them. So this could be 2, 3, or 4. And this could be any of them. It actually can't be the 4, though. It could be, because it can't be 2 times 4, which would be 8, right? So this is 4, 6, or 8. So this can't be 6, therefore this must be 4. Which means it cannot be 3 times, so it's 2 times 2. This can't be 2 times, so it's either 2 or 3 or 4. But it can't be 4, so this must be a 3, which means this cannot be 4 times the value, so it's 3 times. This must be 4 times the value then, which is 24. So this adds up to 13 plus 24. So we have 3 digits adding up to 11, right? Because this is, again, 6 times 4, which is 24, minus 13, which means these 3 digits add to 11. And it can only be 1, 2, and... Wait, 11? It has 3 and 5. Hold up. This doesn't seem to like it works. Hold up. This is 27. This is 2 and 8. 24 minus 13 is 11. But to get 11, you would have to have 1, 2, and 8, which is not possible here. Huh. We're probably doing something wrong here. Okay, let's remove these. What are we missing here? It can't be 1, 2, and 9. But can this be 18? It can't be 12, obviously. So can it be 18? Well, that would be 13 there. Huh. This cannot... Okay, so let's just continue on for this for now. We have a problem here. I don't know why this just looks like it breaks. Anyways, let's continue. So this cage, can it ever be 2 times? No, because that's 4 digits adding up to 10, and then we have an 8 there. Can it be can it be with 5? Maybe if it's 1, 3, 4, and 8. So this would have to be 3 with 1, 4, and 8. But okay, so if that's the case, then this would be 3. This would be 1, 4, 8. And that wouldn't work because that would eliminate all the possibilities for this cell. Therefore, this can't be 3 times. Therefore, this must be 4 times the value, which means this is 2 times or 3 times the value. So this is 4 times the value, which means it's 20. The rest of the cells must add up to 25. So if this is 2 times, this would be 4 plus 3 times 7, which is 21, which is 25. So that works. If this is 3 times value, this would be 6 plus 2 times value, which is 14, which is 20. So that's not possible. So therefore, we know this is a 4. So this is specifically 2 times value, which means this is 3 times value. So this is 21. This can't be 4, which means this can't be 6. This can't be 4. So it must be 2 or 3. Well, we know this is 4 times value. This is 4 or 6. This has to have an 8, which means this is 4 times value. Could be 8 and 9 with 1 and 2. This has 5 digits adding up to, what, 24? This is 2 or 3, this is 4 or 6. Yeah, this can't be 6. Hmm. I think yeah, this has to be 5. And then this has to be 5 because of that, right? But the problem is you have 3 digits. It cannot be 2, 3, and 6 because that eliminates all possibilities here. But the problem is this can't be 6 then. It can't be 8. Hmm. Okay. So this can't be green. This has to be pink. I don't know why I have this as green. This is either 2 or 4 times. So this is either green or orange. This could technically be 3 times. Or 2 times, sorry. This cannot be 4 times because 7 times 4 is 28 and 2 digits cannot equal 28. If this is 3 times, oh, it can't be 3 times either because if it's 3 times 7, that equals 21 and 2 digits cannot equal 21. Therefore, this is 2 times, which means this can't be 2 times, so this must be 4 times, which means this must be 3 times. So this is 2 times, which either is 2 digits adding up to 14, which is 5, 9, or 6, 8. This is 4 times, so therefore it's 2.5 times 4, which is 12. So therefore it's either 3, 9, or it's 5, 7, or 4, 8. And this must be equal to 9. So it cannot have a 4. It could be 1, 2, 6, or it's 1, 3, 5. So either way, there's a 1 here. This can't be 3, though. If it's 1, 3, and 5, that means this must be 4, 8, and this must be 6, 8, too, because it would eliminate 3, 5 here and 5, 9 here. But therefore, we'd have 2 8s in box 3, which is not allowed. So this cannot be 1, 3, 5. This must be 1, 2, 6, which means this can't be 6 or 8, so this is 5 and 9. Ooh, we have a problem there. What's going on? Because the 3 cannot be any of these cells, then. Huh. We've got, yeah, I'm messing up a lot here, then it must be. Um, Right, this has to be 12. It cannot be, 4 digits cannot add up to 6. They cannot also add up to 9. So it must be 12. 12 plus 6 is 18, plus 27, which is 9 times 3, is 45. So that has to be that way, right? Because you have 12, if you have 12 plus 9, that's 21, plus 9 times 2, which is 18. So 21 plus 18 is 39. Yeah, so this one has to be that order. So this has to be 6. This has to be 2 or 2 times 2.5 or 4 times 2.5. Again, this can't be 4 times 8.5 because that's 34, and 3 digits can never add up to 34, so this must be 2 times 8.5, which is 17. With a 5, that makes this 12, so it's either 39 or 48. This must be 39 or 48. Yeah, this all looks kosher. But this is breaking then, too. Hmm. Okay, so let's say this was 4 then, and then this has to be 3. You cannot have a 9 with 3 other digits adding, but the problem is... Okay, so say this is 1. This adds up to 14. You just don't have 2 digits that add up to 10 there then. Because they can't be, because one of these is 10 with that, and one's with 10 with there. So this cannot be 1, 5, and 8. Again, so this would be 17 plus 15 plus 12. That would be 44, so therefore this has to be 1. What am I missing here? Yeah, this has to be a 5. Uh, Maybe I'm missing one of these ones in the corners. Hmm. I mean, that seems like it has to be the case, right? Except, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm doing this correctly. Well, obviously I'm not doing it correctly because I'm getting weird answers here. Um, hmm. Let me just restart. Okay. Again, this has to be 2 or 4 times that value. This is 2 or 4 times that value. Therefore, this must be 3. Again, this cannot be 4 times the value because then it would be 34. So this has to be 2 times the value, which means this can't be 2 times the value. So this is 2 times 8.5. The cage adds up to 2 times 8.5, which has to be 17. 17 minus 5 is 12. So this has to be 3, 9, and 4, 8. 4 times 2.5. Oh, that's where I was messing up. Okay, well, there you go. I can't multiply. 4 times 2.5 is 10. Okay, that was the issue. So this is 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7, or 4, 6. That could be a lot of things. Okay. This, again, must be 12. Okay, well, there you go. That was the error I was making. And so this one is all still the same. This has to be 2 times. And this must be 3 times. So this has to be a 6, which forces this to be 1, 2, 4, 5. This, it adds up to 10. And probably people were yelling at me to with that 2.5 times 4 is not 12. It's 10. But we still know this is 3, 7, 8, and 9. Similarly, this is actually still the same. The 1 has to be one of these two. It has to be in columns 2 and 3 in box 4. And the 1 has to be in columns 2 and 3 in box 7. Therefore, 1 cannot be in columns 2 and 3 in the rest of the columns. So it must be here. And also, 2 is the same thing, which makes this 1, 2, 9 as the max. And therefore, it's the minimum multiplier here. Therefore, this can't be 3 and 9. Okay, so this is all the same. This can't be 8 or 9 because of the 4, 8 pair and the 1, 2, 9 triplet. Okay, so this cannot be 2 and 8 or 4 and 6 because this adds up to 10. Okay, oof. This can't be 3 or 7 because of the 3, 7 pair in box 4. Let's see. This can't be what? Okay, so okay. This has to be 5 again. And similarly, okay, this can't be 5. So neither of these can be 5. Similarly, this is 4. This can't be 4. This has to be 4 or 6. It cannot be 8 because we know that the 8 is one of these two. So we have an 8, 9, 8, 9 pair in row 4, which eliminates 8 and 9 in the rest of the row. So this can't be 8. Therefore, this is 2 times value or 3 times value. Math is hard. This could be either 4, 6, or 8, but it can't be 6, so this is 4 or 8, which means this is 2 times value or 4 times value. And this could be 2, 3, or 4. Oops. So this is 2, 3, or 4, which could be any of the multipliers. This cannot be 2 times value, right? Because if this is 2 times value, then that means this would have to equal 12. And you can't have 5 unique digits add up to 12 because the minimum is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which adds up to 15. So this is either 3 times value or 4 times value. What do we have here? This adds up to, okay, so this adds up to 17, this adds up to 10, and this adds up to 15. What does that equal? 17 plus 10 is 27, plus 15 is 42. So therefore, this must, the last digit left over must be 3. So this is 3, which means this cannot be 3. So this is 1 and 9, which means this can't be 1, and this can't be 9. So therefore, this is 8, which is similar, and that's 9. So again, if we try to make this 4 times 4, that would be 16, which requires a 7 and a 9, which is not allowed here. And this does actually still be, this is still 2, 6, and 7. Therefore, this cannot be 7, 9, because the 9 is already there. So therefore, this must be 4 times 3. So this is a times 3, and this must be times 4. Which makes this equal to 12, and this equal to 12. So this cannot be 3, 9 because of the 1, 9, 1, 9 pair in the column. Can't be 8, 4, 8 because of that 8. So it must be 5 and 7. Which means this can't be 3, 9. It cannot be 5, 7. This must be 4 and 8. So this can't be 4. This can't be 4. This can't be 5. We now have a 2, 4, 2, 4 pair in box 4, which eliminates 2 and 4 in the rest of the box. So therefore, this must be a 1. This must be a 5. This can't be 2 or 7, so it must, because of the 5, 7 pair and the 2, 4 pair. So therefore, this must be a 6, which means this can't be 6. We now have, where is the rest of the digits? This must be a 3, and this must be a 6. Okay. And therefore, these two add up to 10. So this must be 1 and 9. Okay, that's very different. Wow. Okay. So these two digits add up to 14. If this were 5 digits adding up to 6 times 3, that would be 18. But you cannot have 3 digits add up to 4 that are unique. Right? 18 minus 14 is 4. So therefore, this must be 4 times. So it cannot be the pink, it's the orange, which eliminates orange in the rest of the possibilities for the cages. Therefore, this must be green, and it must be 2 times, so this is 4. This cannot be 2 times anymore. Therefore, it must be 3 times, so therefore this is a 3. And this can't be 3, so this must be 7, which makes that a 3. Now, we have, let's see. This must be 4 times again, so therefore we have 3 digits adding up to 10, because it's 24 minus 14, which is 10. Therefore, it must be 1, 2, and 7 to add up to 10, because you can't have a 3 or a 4. This cannot be 7, so this is 1 or 2 with 8 or 9. This can't be 1 because of this 1, so this is 2 or 7, which means this is 3 or 8. And this could still be 1, 2, or 7, which means this would have to be 3, 8, or 9. So therefore, the other two would have to be 6 and 8 in box 5, but this can't be 8, so this must be a 6, which makes this an 8. Wow, this is very different. Oh, this can't be 7 and 3 because this is 3, therefore this must be 2 and 8. Which means this can't be 2, so this is 1 and 9. This can't be 1 or 2, so this is 7 and 3. And this can't be 2, so this is 4 and 2. Apologies for the for this multiplication. I don't do very much multiplication there, so anyways, this has to be 4 now. So this is 2 times the value, which means it cannot be pink, so it's the 2 times the value. This must be 1, 3, and 9 here. And these must be 6 and 7. So this adds up to 13. The only way this can be a multiple of 5 would be if this is 5 times 4. And you have 13 plus 7. So therefore this is 7, this is 6. That makes this the 4 times. So this is 4 times 5. This is 2 times 2. So you have 20 plus 24. And this must be 3 times 7, which is 21, which works. So this is 2 and 5. Okay. Again, this can't be 3 times 7, which would be 21, and 2 digits can never add up to 21, or 4 times 7, because that would be 28, and 2 digits cannot add up to 28, so this must be 2 times. Therefore, it's either 5, 9, or 6, 8, but it can't be 6, 8 because of the 8 there. Therefore, this is 5 and 9. That makes this not a 5 because of the 5, 9, 5, 9 pair in column 7. So this is a 2, this is a 5. This 2.5 is either 2 times or 4 times. And since this is 2 times, this cannot be 2 times now. So this has to be 4 times, which makes this 3 times. Not blue, green, but purple. Again, this is 4 times 2.5, which is 10. I made the same mistake here, I guess, previously. So this cannot be 1, 9 because of this 9. This 5, 9 pair. Could be 2, 8. But this is... Okay, so this adds up to 9 because it's 3 times 3, right? So you have 3 digits adding up to 9. Which means it's either 1, 2, 6, 1, 3, 5, or 2, 3, 4. Well, it can't be 2, 3, 4 because of this 4, and the 5, 9 pair eliminates the possibility of it being 1, 3, 5. Therefore, this must be 1, 2, and 6, which means this can't be 6. This can no longer be 1, 9, it can't be 2, 8, and it can't be 4, 6 because of the 1, 2, 6 triplet here in box 3. Therefore, this must be 3 and 7. So now we are left with 4 and 8 in box 3 because of all the triplets and pairs. So this must be 8, and therefore this is 4. This can no longer be 4, 6, or 8. We only have the possibility now of this being 2. So this is 2, this is 8 to add up to 10. Therefore, this must be 4 and 6 as the remaining sets. As a remaining set of 2 digits, therefore this can't be 2, this is 1, this can't be 1 or 2, so this is 9. So there's no 9 here, there's no 1 here. This can't be 9 because of this 9, therefore it's a 5, which makes that a 9. This can't be 5 because of that 5, so this is 7, this is 5. This can't be 7, so that must be 3. That must be 7. This can't be 1. This can't be 3, and this can't be 9. Okay, so then the remaining cells here are 5 and 7. This can't be 8, so therefore this is 4, which makes that 8. This has... Okay, so this set of 2 has to be multiplied by 2 or by 4. But the problem is if it's multiplied by 4, that's 22, which is 2 digits cannot add up to. So therefore this must be the 2. Must be 5.5 multiplied by 2, which is 11. Therefore, you have to have 2, it's either 2, 9, it cannot be 3 and 8 because of the 3, 8, cannot be 4, 7 because of the 7, it cannot be 5, 6. So therefore, it is 2, 9 specifically. This can't be 9 then, which makes that 1, which makes that 3, which makes that 9. This specifically then has to be 3, 5, and 8. Because those are the only digits remaining. So this can't be 3. And this adds up to, what is it? 16, right? Which is 4 times 4, which works. So this is times 4, which means this is times 3. So this adds up to 12. So this is 12, this is 16, and this is 11. 12 plus 16 is 28, plus 11 is 39. Therefore, 45 minus 39 is 6. So therefore, this is a 6, which means this is 4, which means that's a 6. The rest of these numbers must be specifically 1 and 7, and this has to be 4, I believe. Yes. So this can't, and now we're just doing Sudoku. This can't be 4, so this is an 8, which makes that a 5. This 8 means that can't be 8, so this is 4. These can't be 5, this can't be 3 or 5, so this is 8. This can't be 5 or 8, so this is 3. Okay. And now we're just, now we're just doing Sudoku. This has to be, one of these has to be 7. And we have 1, 2, 7, or 9 here. This has to be 1, again, 1, 2, 7, or 9. Yeah, because we have a 1, 2, 7, 9 quad set in row 8. So the last two digits have to be 5 and 8. Yes. So this is 5 or 8, this is 5 or 8. It cannot be 8 here, therefore this has to be a 5, which makes that an 8. This can't be 5, so therefore this must be 7, which makes that a 5. This can't be 7. Where is a 7 in row 9? It must be in that cell. So this is 7. This can't be 2. So now we have a 1, 9, 1, 9 pair in row 9. So therefore 1 and 9 cannot be in any other cell in row 9. So this must be a 2, which makes that a 9. This can't be 9, so this is 1, which makes that a 9. This can't be 1, so this is 7, which makes that a 1. The 7 cannot be here, so this is 2 and 7. These have to be 1, 2, and 3 in the rest of column 4, but this can't be 1 or 3 because of those 1, 3, so this must be a 2. This can't be 1, so this has to be a 9, which makes that a 1. What's left over is... This is 4 and 6, so this can't be 4, so this is a 6, which makes that a 2, which makes that a 6, which makes that a 1. Therefore, that's a 2. This has to be 3, this has to be 1, and this must be a 4. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I was wondering. This did not take 15 minutes because I had to restart, but I restarted without the time. Apologies. It basically took me about 40 minutes or so, 30-something minutes. Yeah, don't make that multiplication error that I did. It's a very cool concept, actually. I like the concept of the multiplication. It's just that I'm not very... I just completely butchered the multiplications aspect of that. Ugh. Not good. Not good. Anyways, I hope you didn't make the same mistake that I did, and you multiplied correctly for this 2.5 cage. 2.5 times 4 is not 12. It's 10. It's 10. It's 10. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.